Shalom, shalom. Play a little music for y'all before we get going.
Hey man, this thing is scrappy. But we gotta endure to the end. We gotta fight, scrap. We gotta get junkyard dog mean when it comes to this word of God. Because hey, when you come into the faith, you're gonna be sorely tested.
What must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my grave. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Save me.
Pray for forgiveness cause my flesh weak. Pray without ceasing to the death of me. Fasting once a week, trying to cure that old man that's trying. Got my nose in the scriptures, sniffing out the recipe. Gotta show myself approved. That's what Paul said. So I'm studying the prophets, and this is what I read. By mercy and by truth, iniquity is purged. So I go to the New Testament and get to know the word. I'm talking the Messiah. Some call him Jesus Christ, Ahia or Yeshua. It's whatever you like. Just know he is your God. In other words, the king, ruler over Israel and every single thing that you can see and touch, and everything you can't. Creator of the universe, take it to the bank, and you should bend the knee, cause he's worthy of our praise. Put nothing before him, and maybe you'll be saved. So Lord, I ask you,
what must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my reign. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Oh, save me, save me.
on the street track, giving free bread out. Yeah, I know this truth hurt. Yeah, I can hear him pout. Not my concern. I'm just trying to teach some words, hoping that it get across, cause what we've been taught is absurd. Praying over food, make it clean, that's a lie. If you don't switch it up and repent, you gon' die. You gon' twice. The second time burning in the lake. You might see your pastor in there with you and the snake. And the false prophet with the beast. Even death going in the lake of fire when the Father bring the wealth to this earth. I'm talking New Jerusalem. First, Christ gotta clean it up with the word he used the church. Banging on these devils, call them out every time. It's a war going on. I fight with scriptures in my mind. Banging on these devils, call them out every time. It's a war going on. I fight with scriptures in my mind.
What must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my reign. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Save me. Oh, Lord, save me. Lord, my life is broken. I give you my life today. Lord, your will and not my way. Oh, save me. Save me, save me. Save me, save me. What must I do to be saved? Don't wanna die wrong in my sin to my reign. Lord, help me to turn from my ways. I'm crying out loud, Lord, I need you to save me. Save me. Oh, Lord, save me.
All praise to the Most High.
Happy Sabbath.
All praise. Happy Sabbath, family. There was our brother and sister D-Ro and Israel Tove up there in Naptown, Indianapolis.
That's right. That's right.
Saved me. Brothers and sisters, we're going to go ahead and open up. We're going to face the east, which is where Jerusalem is. We're going to open up. Brother Rod going to read Psalms 91, verses 1 through 11.
All right. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy inhabitant.
Yes, sir.
There shall no evil befall thee,
Mm-hmm.
neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee
Yes, sir.
to keep thee in all thy ways.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praise, man.
All praises.
All right, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat shalom, family.
Another good Shabbat. Hope everybody having a good Shabbat. We're going to deal with a lesson titled Saints Make Preparations for a Hard Time to Come. We always got to make preparation all through the book, all through the Bible. Even the days are old, they always made preparations. We're going to look at a few of them. You know, we're in a period where this pandemic going on, these noisy pestilence, like we just read, that the Most High put on this earth,
That's right.
or allowed to be put on this earth. And some of it causes like schools shut down, business shut down, certain business like food places where they produce food and everything else. So that's causing food shortages and everything. But see, that first round, they're telling folks to store up, and
That's
store up
right.
and everything.
That's right.
But a lot of us went in our stash and ate our storage up, right?
That's right.
But we constantly supposed to keep something stored up for hard time, not only for us, for other people in the assembly.
That's right.
And we're going to show you how they were taking care of each other, okay? But this is not a long lesson. It's a real short lesson. But there's something that we always got to keep in our mind, and this is something that Israel always done, even when he brought them out of Egypt.
That's right.
He took care of them. We're going to show you that. So without doing so much talking, Brother Rob, we're going to start this off. We're going to start off in Proverbs chapter 24.
All right.
Shabbat Shalom for everyone just joining in.
Happy Sabbath to all the family and assembly that's online with us.
If y'all can hear us, put a 1 in the room. Put a 1 in the room. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. Shalom, Brandon, my beloved brother. We can be heard, put a 1. Sister Cheney's got a 1 in the room. Anybody else? All right, all praise. We're gonna start this off in Proverbs chapter 24. We're gonna read one verse. Not a long lesson, y'all, but it's just something to put back on our mind how we supposed to be operating as saints. Because all through the book, Brother Rob, I can make part 1, 2, and 3 out of there. I mean, it's so much in the book. The Most High told them to make preparations for a whole lot of different things, but storing food and stuff and keeping yourself preserved for hard times to come was one of them. So that's what we're gonna deal with today. The others we'll deal on a spiritual level, and some more things that we need to be prepared for. Proverbs 24 and verse 27. What does it say?
Prepare thy works without, and make it fit for thyself in the field.
Hold on a minute. 24 and 27. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Prepare thy works without, and make it fit for thyself in the field.
He said, man, prepare thy work without what? Without all this complaining, without all this excuses stuff. Because when you go out here in the fields and say, that's a lot of hard work you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read.
And excuse me. And afterward, build thine house.
Hey, because at that time, hey man, he was telling them to build them a house. You got to have shelter, right?
That's right.
You got to have you something to eat.
That's right.
And he said, without doing what? Without complaining and everything. Because a lot of people make an excuse for not paying, keeping a roof over their head.
That's
a lot of
right.
folks make excuses for not having, even storing up food or taking care of their family and everything.
That's right.
There's always an excuse. Let's go to Jeremiah 29. Let's look at it. Because he told Jeremiah something when they was going into captivity to Babylon.
Yeah.
Let's look at it. Jeremiah 29 and verse 47.
Right.
Like I was discussing with Brother Brandon earlier, we always talked about buying land, restoring up the, just being separate. That's another lesson too. Being ye separate, coming together on one accord.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah,
It's hard to do, come together on one accord in your own household.
that's right.
Because that's one of the things that he Most High wanted us to be on one accord.
That's right.
That's always in the creation.
That's right.
But we got a problem with that. And another reason why, because a lot of people are selfish. But we're going to see that later on in the lesson. Jeremiah 29 and verse 4. What did it say, my brother?
Thus say the Lord of hosts,
Uh-huh.
the Yah Israel, unto all that are carried away captives.
Hold on for a minute. Sister Colette, we're gonna start this. I'm gonna add this. Let's go back to Jeremiah 29 and verse 1, and then we're gonna skip down to verse 4.
Okay.
Yeah, start at verse 1, and then we'll skip down to verse 4.
Okay.
I should have put that in there. Go ahead and read it.
Verse 1.
Yes,
chapter
sir.
29. Now these are the words of the letter of Jeremiah, the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders, which were carried away captive,
Mm-hmm.
and to the priests, and to the prophets, and to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jerusalem to Babylon.
Okay, now he was sending his letter to them. Okay, drop down to we ain't concerned about the drop down to 4. What did it say?
Thus say the Lord of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
the Yah of Israel, unto all that are carried away captive, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon.
Okay.
But ye houses, and dwell in them, and plant gardens, and eat that fruit of them.
Okay, now he telling them what they need to do, because they're gonna be in this captivity like we over here in this Babylon here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, we got to build some houses, plant up some gardens,
That's right.
and eat what's there in the garden. Now that's good healthy food. You taking care of your own self. But like we read in Proverbs, do this thing without
That's
what?
right.
Excuses and everything. He said,
right.
build your houses. So we got to stop making excuses on a lot of things. We got to stop making excuses why we can't plant food, why we can't keep a roof over our head, why we can't provide for our own self and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know certain people's situations are different. I understand that. But when we start learning to do things, hey man, it can be done, because it all starts right here. But go ahead and read it.
Verse 6.
Yes, sir.
Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters.
Yes, sir.
Take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands.
Now it's not telling you just give it to anybody.
That's right.
Please understand that. And you can't just give your son to any daughter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You got to be very picky about, according to these scripts, how you want your son and your daughters, who you gonna give them to. But go ahead and read.
All right.
That
ye may be increased there and not demise.
Diminish. So we can keep building the nation. He said, man, we got to keep building the nation so we can keep multiplying. We got to keep multiplying.
That's right.
We don't supposed to be intermingling with the other nations. We got to keep multiplying. You know what I'm saying? Keep the nation growing.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And seek the peace of the city, whether I have caused you to be carried away captive.
So wherever city he sent you to, he says, seek the peace. Wherever he scattered you, but go ahead.
And pray unto the Lord for it.
Yeah.
For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
Hey man, he said, wherever you go, you pray for it, because the Most High, the only one can bring you peace wherever you are, either in the city or whether you out there in the field. Wherever you go, he said, hey man, you got to keep the peace and pray. We finished that?
Yep.
Okay, let's move a little farther. Let's go to John chapter 16. John chapter 16. Once again, Shabbat Shalom to all that's joining us on the live feed via Facebook or YouTube. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
John chapter 16, verse 33. We're dealing with a lesson. Saints, make preparation for hard time to come, because there are hard times that's coming.
That's right.
Because we stay on top of these things. We know that there's a food shortages coming. We know there isn't a food shortage. They creating a food shortage.
That's right.
See, when you've been having in wine counsel and you go in these books and you start reading, you got to go back to the old and work your way back up. That's why that's why he said, man, be you not your mind transferred by this world. In other words, you can't go by what the world thinks because they don't go into these books and read what happened in the past is going to happen up to right now.
That's right. That's what he says. These scriptures and stuff were written for our learning.
Right. So this is our instructions right here. All we got to do, you got to have somebody who's going to be faithful. We're going to read in here. Some brothers that you could trust and sisters you could trust to get this thing taken care of. You just can't have anybody over the Most High's matter. Even though we're going to deal with it in another lesson, but we're going to touch on a little bit on it today. John 16:33, one verse. What did it say?
This in red letter.
This is red letter. This is Messiah speaking.
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation.
We're going to have tribulation. Tribulation basically means trouble, sorrow, right. All kind of look it up. I wasn't going to show it, but give y'all a little homework. Tribulation, but go ahead.
But be of good cheer.
Yes, sir.
I have overcome the world.
He said, man, I overcame the world. Hey, man, you can do it too.
That's right.
But one of these things, how we can overcome this thing to come, hey, man, is in the book. He giving us the order.
That's right.
All we got to do is just, hey, abide by it, stick, and stay the course. Not only just for ourselves, but our brothers and other sisters.
That's right.
But if we all doing this thing together, we shouldn't be lacking, should we?
That's right.
We should have everything taken care of. You might, hey, I might have a whole bunch of coffee. I like coffee. You might like, him and some peanut butter. Hey, man, we can do some swapping.
That's right.
Hey, man, what you got on? What you need over there, Rob? Hey, man, I need this here. Brother Charles, what you need?
That's right. We can trade it. Yeah.
I need some rice. Charles like that rice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, he got plenty of rice. I ain't got to worry about it. I got to get something he don't have. But anyway, Ezekiel chapter 38. The Messiah says, you're going to have tribulation, but be of good cheer.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, I overcame it. He said, man, you can overcome it too. But I know they're dealing with something else too, but we're going to move right along. Ezekiel 38, one verse. Then we're going to get into the lesson. Just laying a little groundwork.
That's right.
Build your houses. Plant you some vineyards. Eat the fruit thereof.
That's right.
When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read.
Ezekiel 38 in verse 7.
What did it say?
Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself.
He said, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself.
Thou and all that company that are assembled unto thee.
No, just for yourself.
No.
He said, all the company that's gathered around you.
That's right.
He said, man, prepare not for this yourself. Thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. We're supposed to be taking care of the assembly, people.
That's right.
Everybody who assemble themselves together, we supposed to be on one mind, on one accord, saying the same thing, doing the same thing, and taking care of one another.
Oh, praise. Yes, sir.
That's why we started dealing with lessons last week. We got to get our mind and stuff right. In other words, you got to have a spirit. You got to have a spirit in order to pull this thing out. Because some folks get crazy. I don't like that person. I ain't gonna get them nothing. You can't have that mindset in this thing.
No, ain't no respect to person.
They don't respect the person. This thing. How you gonna do the work of the Most High? We just, we can say, man, we can go give these and do all this other stuff. But what about the folks in the class? That's where these start first, right there.
Charity starts at home.
Hey, man, that starts right there in the assembly. You can go out there and do all that other stuff, man. But hey, what about the people that the Most High told you to take care of with your deed first? The house, the household.
That's right. That's
See, when Cornelius was giving, giving out the alms and stuff? Just you. Hey, he was taking care of the people.
Yeah, he was taking care of the people that was in
the face.
That's right.
Read that again, brother.
Verse 7. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself.
Right.
thou and all the company that are assembled unto thee,
He said, man, prepare for everybody and all the people with you or whatever.
and be thou a guard unto them.
He said, man, be a guard unto them. Somebody got to be a watchman on this thing.
There you go.
Somebody got to be overseer and on guard. And hey, man, we need to do this. Hey, this is coming up. Because a lot of us are distracted. See, a lot of us slothful in our studying. A lot of us slothful in our work because we so busy and focus on a whole lot of other stuff.
That's right. That's right.
We get off, hey, man, we get our focus, man. And I know, every now and then, since I got a lot of stuff going on,
right.
I kind of got our focus.
Right.
And, I'm back. All praise to the Most High. Got me back focused on things.
That's right.
Because I got a lot of stuff. I understand that a lot of things comes in your life. A lot of stuff pops up. But we got to stay focused on the work.
That's right.
And this is one of them, brother. What you got, Brother Ron?
He said tribulation gonna come. We don't have some stuff that's gonna come in our life.
Man, stuff gonna pop up all the time.
That's right.
But we still got to be on, somebody got to be on God.
That's right.
Somebody got to say, hey, man, this is what's coming down. Let's get the people together and let's get everybody on one accord, making sure we covered in all bases. Because you never know what may go down. Let's say tomorrow they shut down utilities. What people gonna do? People don't know what they're gonna do.
That's right.
I see it happen all the time on the news. All my food spoiled. How your food spoiled? You got a freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ain't nowhere to cook it. If we got grills,
Yeah.
they got charcoal.
That's right.
They don't know what kind of wood to use. You got all means to cook your food. Your food should spoil.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they lazy and I don't want to cook. But they so used to going out and eating.
Mm-hmm.
You got all that food, and you don't have no means to cook because you're not preparing yourself. This thing is so easy. All you have to do is listen to somebody some good counsel that he set up.
That's
And
right.
showing them is in the book.
That's right.
If you around somebody who call themselves teachers and whatever, trying to teach you the book, if they're not teaching you this, hey man, it don't sense you hanging around them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, man, most churches today is set up just like the Roman Catholic Church. You go in, drop the money out, listen to the sermon, go home. But they'll never teach you preparation. You know what their preparation is? Trust in the government and trust in the Lord. Lord, hey, the Elohim is not coming down. Yeshua not coming down, descending and taking care of stuff. He left it in our hands.
That's
we got
right.
the manuscript right here.
That's
This
right.
wise counsel right here, people.
That's it.
He's not coming back until after the Great Tribulation. So what you're gonna do? Starve until the Great Tribulation? Come on, people. We got to stop getting out that Christianity mindset. He left us on this earth to take care of this stuff ourselves. Everything.
He equipped us with what we need.
That's right. So all we got to do is put it in action.
That's it.
Practical
Apply. That's right.
application. So that's what we have to do. Let's move a little farther. Let's give an example, y'all. Let's go to Genesis 41. Let's look at the days of old.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happened back in Egypt when Joseph was sold. Y'all know the story, but we're going to get into what happened. Because there was a famine back then. Genesis 41. Genesis chapter 41. We're going to pick it up at verse 1, Rob. When you get it, go ahead and read.
And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years
Yeah.
that Pharaoh dreamed, and behold, he stood by the river.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, there came up out of the river 7 well-favored kind and
Fat flesh.
fat
Flesh. Yeah.
fat flesh, and they fed in the meadow.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, 7 other kind came up after them out of the river, ill-favored and learned flesh,
Lean flesh.
and stood by the other kind upon the brink of the river.
Okay, now this well-favored kind with the fat flesh representing the good kind,
Grazing and stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Good fatted. We talking
Yeah.
about 7 years. That's what basically what it's saying. But
Right.
the lean flesh, the one look ill and everything, it's talking about the 7 years, which is going to be a famine on the land.
Mm.
But go ahead and read.
And the ill-favored and lean flesh kind did eat up the 7 well-favored and fat
Mhm.
kind. So Pharaoh awoke.
See, Pharaoh didn't know what it was, but hey, man, the heathens always don't know what's going on. All they got to do is go talk to the captain. We got the answer.
That's right.
Because we the ones supposed to be connected with the Father and the Son. We supposed to be
That's
connected
right.
with Elohim.
That's
But
right.
go ahead and read it. Go tell you. Go ahead.
And he slept and dreamed the second time,
Yeah.
and beheld 7 ears of corn came upon one stalk,
Yeah.
rank and good.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, 7 thin ears, and blasted with the east wind sprung up after them.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears.
Mm-hmm.
And Pharaoh awoke,
Mm-hmm.
and behold, it was a dream.
That's right. Because this is the same thing happened, but he used cattle in the first one. Now he's using vegetation.
Yeah,
He's using the vegetables, the grains and everything.
yeah,
So they let you know something.
that's right. That's
We
right.
talking about the meat. Now we're dealing with
The best.
the veggies, right?
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and read.
It came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled,
Mm-hmm.
and he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt
Mm-hmm.
and all the wise men thereof. And Pharaoh told them his dream, but there was none that could interpret them unto Pharaoh.
So he would call all the warlock, wizard, and he called his so-called intelligent ones.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes,
All the top people.
that's right.
But go ahead and read.
Then spoke the chief butler unto Pharaoh, saying, I do remember my faults this day.
Yeah.
Pharaoh was wroth with his servant and put me in within the captain of the guard's house,
Mm-hmm.
both me and the chief baker.
Mm-hmm.
And when he dreamed the dream one night, I and he, we dreamed, each man according to the interpretation of his dream.
Yes, sir.
And there was there with us a young man,
Mm-hmm.
an Hebrew servant
No.
of the captain,
Oh, no, it was an Egyptian.
a Hebrew.
So y'all hear that? He was a Hebrew. Cause a lot of jokers said, man, you know, we Egyptology. Well, that's another story. I didn't want to throw that. Hebrew,
A Hebrew.
not a heathen.
That's right.
Hebrew. But go ahead and read.
A Hebrew servant to the captain of the guard.
Mm-hmm.
And we told him, and he interpreted to us our dreams. To each man according to his dream, he did interpret.
Hey, man, don't y'all know that still people can interpret dreams? That business haven't stopped yet.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead and read.
And it came to pass as he interpreted to us, so it was. Me he restored unto mine office, and him he hanged.
Yes, sir.
Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. And he shaved himself and changed his raiment,
Mm-hmm.
and came in unto Pharaoh.
So he had to clean this up. He had to clean himself up in order to go see the king, right?
That's right.
That's just like when you get ready to go see the judge. You might be in your little chambers the whole time,
That's
but
right.
they clean you up so you can go see the judge.
That's right.
Or if you're gonna go see the president of the United States,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna come in there with this shirt and stuff on. You know what I'm
Right.
putting on? I'm gonna clean myself up, put my tie on. I got to go see what this man wants.
Right.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 15.
Yes, sir.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, I have dreamed a dream, and there is none that can interpret it. And I have heard say of thee that thou canst understand a dream to interpret it.
Woo, go ahead.
And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying,
Mm-hmm.
It is not of me, it is not in me. Yah shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace.
That's right. Because that's who he getting his answer from.
That's right.
See, in order for the Most High to use you, you got to be a clean vessel. He ain't gonna put that anointing word or something that is good to deliver such and such in no unclean thing. Now he'll use an unclean joker to do some unclean stuff.
That's right.
That's when he go get Satan the devil. Satan the devil go get one of his boys
That's right. On his answer.
and get they do their thing.
That's right.
But go ahead and read. I didn't want to throw that in, family. But go ahead and read.
Verse 17.
Yes, sir.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
in my dream, behold, I stood upon the bank of the river,
Mm-hmm.
and behold, there came up out of the river 7 kine, fat flesh and well favored,
Mm-hmm.
and they fed in a meadow.
Okay, y'all can read the rest of that on your own, but let's drop down for time's sake and pick it up at verse 28. Drop down. You can read the rest of it on. Just basically talking about the same thing over and over and everything. So drop down to 28. What it say?
This is the thing which I have spoken unto Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
What Yah is about to do, he showed unto Pharaoh. Behold, there came 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt.
That's what dealing with the fat flesh kind. That's dealing with the good green ears and all that kind of stuff. But go ahead and read.
And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine.
That's the ill, lean
That's right.
kind, and that's the mother ears, right?
That's
But
right.
go ahead and read.
And all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt,
Yes, sir.
and the famine shall consume the land.
He said the famine shall consume the land. Go ahead.
And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous.
Woo! Because when people don't have food, y'all, they get crazy on it.
Yes, sir.
We're going to read that later on down the in the lesson. Man, don't give Israel, the so-called Negro, no food. You're going to have some problems, partner, but go ahead and read.
Verse 32.
Yes, sir.
And for the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice.
Mm-hmm.
It is because the thing is established by Yah, and Yah will shortly bring it to pass.
Yes, sir.
Now, therefore, let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt.
Oh, get one somebody who's dumb, lazy, and trifling. Discreet and wise. Somebody going to take care of the business.
That's right.
Someone who's on guard.
That's right.
Somebody who's not going to drag their feet.
That's right.
Not make excuse without. You can't have nobody like that over this affair.
That's right.
Matter of fact, you can't have that over those affairs in your own home, in your assembly, and everywhere else. You got to have somebody going to take care of the business. But go ahead and read.
Verse 34.
Yes, sir.
Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over the land, and take up the fifth part of the land of Egypt in the 7 plenteous years.
See, now he getting instruction from the Father, Son. Now he dropping it off on Pharaoh. This is what you need to do, Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to appoint yourself some people. But go ahead and read.
And let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the city.
You said, man, we're going to keep food in all the cities, just like you got your grocery stores now.
That's right.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same old setup. But go ahead.
And that the food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of famine, which shall be in the land of Egypt, that the land perish not through the famine.
So the land, hey, through the famine, we got plenty of food to eat.
That's right.
See, I'm quite sure back then they wasn't eating no 6-7 meals a day like they do today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Joker can't miss 3 minutes. I mean, used to work, man. Every Joker worry about eating all the time. But go ahead and read. What verse?
37.
Go ahead.
And the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of all his servants. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the spirit of Yah is?
Hey, man, this is an Egyptian taking advice from a Hebrew.
That's right. Not just an Egyptian, but an Egyptian king.
Yes, sir. But I'm just letting them other brothers know or sisters know, hey, they taking advice from a Hebrew.
That's right.
Not the Hebrew taking advice from the Egyptian.
That's right.
That's where the Egyptians get their knowledge from the Hebrew.
Say that.
I didn't want to throw that out there, but go ahead. What verse
we on 39 now.
Okay, let's skip down. Yeah, go ahead and read that 39. Yes, sir.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as Yah have showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art.
He said, man, you the brother that we need to set over this. It came from the Elohim. Elohim gave it to Joseph. Joseph gave it to Pharaoh and broke that thing down.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of Egypt was so powerful nation. Hey, he set that thing up for Israel. It's always been about Israel.
That's
right.
They
might be the scene setter. Hey, it might have been in their land, but if you read the rest of this lesson, rest of this chapter, and on to the next chapter, they're gonna let you know, hey, Israel came up. They were just setting it up for them.
That's right. That's right.
You want to think about these Egyptians, these heathens, these Gentiles. He wasn't studying that. But skip down to verse 53. What did it say? Okay. Yeah, skip down to verse 53. Now he's setting up. Now he told him to go set up all this food because of famine coming up. Now, what if the Hebrew wasn't there?
Yeah.
That means that the Egyptians just been out of. But this thing was set over the whole earth, all over the land and everything.
That's right.
And they talking about there's a little famine coming up on this land.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a spiritual famine coming up on there, and then it's going to be a physical one too, because it's just something they create. But
That's
we're going to
right.
deal with the spiritual part another lesson. But verse 53, what did it say?
In the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended.
Mm-hmm.
And the 7 years of death began to come, according as Joseph had said. And the dearth was in all land,
Mm-hmm.
but in all the land of Egypt there was bread.
That's right, because there was famine all over and everything. But go ahead and read.
And when all the land of Egypt was famished,
Mm-hmm.
the people cried to Pharaoh for bread.
They cried to who?
Pharaoh for bread.
All the people over there crying for bread and everything. That's just like doing natural disasters and everything. You might have a tornado come through.
Right.
You might have a hurricane come through, or just some straight line wind that blow out your utilities
Mhm.
and everything. I remember, I don't know if y'all live here in Memphis, but I think, I forget what year, but they had this freeze. They called it ice storm. I forget what year it was.
Mhm.
Hell, I forget what year.
Mhm.
But anyway, the ice storm shut the city down for weeks.
Mhm.
And people couldn't get to the stores or anything else, man. It was a big mess.
Right.
So when you don't have anything to make preparations, hey, man, you don't have food and none of that stuff.
That's right.
People don't know how to prepare food when the utilities shut down.
Right.
They make generators and all that kind of stuff. We got to prepare ourselves better.
That's right.
That's what they're doing right here. Now these people got to go to the government, which is the Egyptian, to get their food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read. He said they was what?
Okay, I'm gonna pick back up 55.
Yeah, pick it up.
And when all the land of Egypt was famished,
Yeah,
the people cried to Pharaoh for bread.
they crying out. Go ahead.
And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians,
Mm-hmm.
go unto Joseph, what he say to you, do.
Oh, so he told the Egyptian cried, hey, man, look here, y'all go see the Hebrew.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, man, can y'all see this thing in the future? Y'all need to go see them Hebrews if y'all want to eat.
That's right.
Because if you don't come to see the Hebrews, there's going to be a famine in the land. Nonetheless, he said, it's going to rain on you. You got to go see the Messiah. Ain't?
That's right.
You got to come up to the tabernacles, ain't?
That's right.
Show up. Don't show up.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read, brother.
And the famine was over all the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And Joseph opened all the storehouses
Mm-hmm.
and sold unto the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all the land.
Man, going back to what I was saying earlier, man, what if they didn't say this, they go talk to this Hebrew?
Mm-hmm.
Man, they wouldn't have any food.
No.
What if they didn't store this stuff up? That's the same thing in our house, so we can say today.
That's
Or
right.
as an assembly, what if we don't store food up and something happen? They say, hey, man, there ain't going to be no food. You can't go to the store, buy anything for a whole month. Boy, there's some folks going to be in trouble, ain't they?
Yes, sir.
They know, sister, call some of your assembly, people in the assembly, or brother, sister in the faith, because some of y'all, hey, y'all don't even talk to each other anyway.
That's right.
Think about these big old large congregations, man.
You're right.
These big
You're
old,
so right.
big old, huge congregations, man, but they don't even teach their people how to be prepared or teach them to preparation. What they gonna do?
Mm.
Half of them don't like each other. And see, this is something that he ordered us to do. We got to do this thing.
That's right.
We're gonna look at it. Let's move a little farther. Let's go to Proverbs 15. That was just an example I want to show the people, man.
That's right.
Did we finish that out?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Proverbs
15 and 22.
15 and 22. One hitter. I gotta slow this thing down, Rob. We'll be done in about 10 minutes. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 22. What did it say?
Without counsel, purposes are disappointed.
Hey, man, What if Pharaoh they get their counsel from Joseph?
Proposers
Mm-hmm.
are disappointed. But in the multitude of counselors, they are established.
That's right. Because it was already established because Father gave it to the Son,
Mhm.
Son gave it to,
That's
angel,
right.
the angel showed gave it to Joseph.
That's right.
They already, this thing was already settled. All they had to do was just tap into the one who has the spirit of Yah.
That's
To
right.
interpret the dream. There's a lot of folks still, like I said, a lot of folks still on this earth can interpret dreams.
You said that right. That's all the truth. That's true.
You have people all the time, they break some stuff down, you will look like, where'd you ever get that from? I almost scared, but hey, man, they can break it down.
Mhm.
Brothers and sisters. Let's go a little farther, y'all. Let's go to Nehemiah. Let's go look at Nehemiah.
Mhm.
Go to the book of Nehemiah. There's some things gonna come up on this earth, man, and up on this land.
That's
And we're gonna
right.
have to depend on one another.
That's right.
I listen to some brothers, because a lot of people think like when you prep, they prepping and they make mockery out of it and everything
Mhm.
until it's time to eat. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
When it's time to eat, all the funny business is over with. They be your best friend. Don't even like you, can't stand you, but they want some of that meat over there. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give it quick enough, they'll come over there and take it.
Oh, man.
Nehemiah 13, we'll read verses 1 through 13. What does it say?
On that day, they read in the book of Moses
Mm-hmm.
and the audience of the people, and therein was found written that the Ammonite and the Moabites should not come into the congregation of Yah forever.
Okay, that's another story, but he said, man, they shouldn't even come into the congregation
Mm-hmm.
forever. And that ain't changed.
Sure haven't.
Because he said, God, I changed not, right?
That's right.
Okay, then once he said, don't do it, but go ahead and read.
Because they meet not the children of Israel with bread and with water.
Oh, so that's the reason why they can't come in there. You didn't take care of my children when they was coming through the land. Hey, you can't come around there.
That's right.
Boy, that's tight there, baby.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead and read.
But hire Balaam against them that he should curse them. Howbeit Yah turned the curse into a blessing.
Yes, he did, but go ahead.
Now it come to pass when they had heard the law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
Oh, so they separating themselves from people.
Mm-hmm. And before this, Elisha,
Let's read.
the priest, having an oversight of the chamber of the house of Yah, was allied unto Tobiah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had prepared for him a great chamber where for a time they laid their meat offerings, the frankincense, and the vessels, and the tithes of corn, the new wine, and the oil, which was commanded to be given to the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the offerings of the priests.
But they ain't gonna do right anyway. But that's what meant for them.
That's right.
You're gonna store all this stuff up for them. But you think they did that?
Mm-mm. But in all this time was not I at Jerusalem, for in the 2 and the 13th year Artaxerxes, king of Babylon, came I unto the king, and after certain days obtained I leave of the king.
Yes, sir.
And I came to Jerusalem and understood of the evil that Elisha did for Tobiah in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house of Yah. And it grieved me sore. Therefore I cast forth all the household stuff of Tobiah out of the chamber.
You threw all this crap out. Go ahead.
Then I commanded, and they cleansed the chamber and tighter brought I again the vessels of the house of Yah with the meat offering and the frankincense.
So he got all that corruptible crap up out of there. They got the real deal in there.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And I perceived that the portions of the Levites had not been given unto them.
No, it couldn't be given to you there because these jokers was corrupt. See, when you got somebody corrupt over the affairs for, responsible for giving out what's in the storehouse. See, that's why them preachers be lying to carry on using that Malachi. Hey, man, bring everything in the storehouse with a man, rob God. Yeah, he talking about you. He talking about it right here.
Yep.
He talking about you. Y'all ain't going to do right. You got folks bringing money up to the church and stuff. Hey, man, during the time of this famine, I guarantee you there's a lot of your members' lights been cut off. I'm talking about people been putting money into the pot now.
That's right.
We ain't talking about no joker. Every now and then they might put $1 in there.
Right.
They put $1 in there and they want $10 back. You got them type people, man.
That's true. That's true.
Because the book tell on everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody getting by. They already everything you try to pull is in this book. Bam, you got that covered. Oh, she did what? Bam, 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 bam. What did he do? Just right here. Was I slip of the tongue? Yeah. Just showed you right here. You was wrong, brother. Everything covered, man.
That's right.
But no, they wasn't doing right by the people. They wouldn't even take care of the Levites like they were so ordered. But go ahead and read.
For the Levites and the singers that did the work, that fled every one to his field.
Yeah, they had to leave because they weren't being taken care of. They had to go back and do it, you know what I'm saying, to survive.
That's it.
You got these corrupt jokers over there, man. They supposed to take care of the people, and they ain't taking care of them. So who would want to be in a congregation in the midst of something like that, man? Who would want to be in a household you ain't been taken care of? Hell, I'll leave.
Yeah.
Man, a child, as a child, or even the husband, the head of the household not taking care of the home. Hell, what the woman gonna do? They'll get to a point. They're gonna get to a point. You're gonna push her against the wall. She's gonna take a chair and then she up out of there.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Because this thing is a two-way thing, man. And we're gonna show you that. It go both ways. There's no one-way deal. If we working together, we supposed to be, hey man, we gotta get our storehouse in order. Let's get some extra food just in case. We gotta take care of the elder. The elder can't get up and go to the store every day.
That's right.
And you will want to store stuff up anyway. Who want to go to the store every 3 or 4 days in the midst of all that foolishness out here? Where are we, brother?
Verse 11.
Go ahead.
Then contended I with the rulers and said, why is the house of Yah forsaken?
Yeah.
And I gathered them together and set them in their place.
So he had to go. The mayor had to go back and set everybody up in their own place because the house was forsaken. There's a lot of forsaken house. Hell, I passed by one a couple of weeks ago. Last week, looked like it was forsaken. The way the weeds and stuff was growing up around it. I'm just throwing that out there. Y'all hear me? But go ahead on.
Then brought all of Judah the tithe of the corn and the new wine in the oil unto the treasure.
He had to restore everything because the thieves came in there and took everything.
And I made treasures over the treasuries.
So he done put some people over. Go ahead.
Shelemiah,
the
priest, and Zadok, the scribe, and of the Levites, Pedaiah, and next to them was Hannah, the son of Zakur, the son of Mattaniah, for they were counted faithful.
They was counted what?
Faithful. And their office was to distribute unto their brother.
Hey, he had to put some people in there that they could trust to throw them in there, man.
That's right.
Hey, man, you have to put folks that you can trust who got the spirit, gonna do right. You get somebody over your assembly and all that other stuff ain't gonna do right. Hey, you ain't gonna get nothing out of them. I had to experience that mess, man. I ain't calling no name.
That's right. That's right.
But when you have something like that, man, you can't trust them. They ain't gonna do right. And there's a lot of folks over these assemblies. There's a lot of jokers over your household. Man, they just ain't gonna do right.
That's right.
But they got a sore punishment coming. He said that he had to put faithful men over this office to distribute unto their brother,
That's
to make
right.
sure everything is fair.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's move a little farther. Let's go to 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 5. And we'll read one verse there.
Yep.
1 Timothy chapter 5. Man, we got to prepare our house. We got to prepare our assemblies and everything. Hey, this building churches and building, hey man, that stuff is all played out. You got church, you got these buildings and stuff shut down now. Family hit.
Sure.
Some come down. You think a lot of them prepared to take care of one another? Nope. I can tell you that right now.
Mm.
Like I said earlier, most of them don't even like each other.
Mm.
A lot of folks stingy. I don't want that person over my house.
That's right.
But that's your sister in Christ saying, nah, I don't like that person.
Hmm.
So what you gonna do when you get in the wheel to kick they blue, 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 blue? So is that same behavior gonna be in the kingdom? See, all this stuff, all
That's
this
right.
behavior gonna got to go and follow on into the kingdom.
That's right.
That's why we prepare, we rehearse.
Yep.
If you stingy, you want to keep everything to yourself. We're gonna show you later on in this lesson. Hey man, you wicked. But let me also say this too. For these sneaky jokers who want to mooch, and which call mooch on you and everything, because I know a moocher when I see one.
Mm.
Been seeing moochers all my life, brother. I could spot a damn moocher with my eyes closed.
You point them out.
Smell a moocher.
Smell them out.
Now they talk the same. They got the same language. They got the same dung coming out their mouth. I'm gonna put it in dung, beat bull dung.
Yeah.
I'm trying, you know,
yeah,
Shabbat, I'm trying to keep it cool. I'm trying to keep it clean, man. 1 Timothy 5 and verse 8. What did it say?
But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house,
Yeah.
he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel.
He said, man, if you don't even provide anyone, he said any. He said man did.
That's right.
He said any. If anybody don't prepare for his own household.
For his own household. His own household.
That's right.
Man.
If any provide not for his own, especially those of his own house. Man, you worse than a nun. You worse than an atheist.
Yeah, because he didn't deny the faith. He didn't deny it.
Hey, man, you denied the faith, brother. Hit it right on. You denied the faith, man. That's what this whole thing is about. Taking care of one another.
That's right.
Then you got the other flip side. Hey, man, don't take advantage. You can't take advantage of your brothers and sisters. Man, most I don't like this slothful. I threw a little bit in this lesson. Man, I can do a whole lesson on that slothful thing. He said it's wicked.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, if you don't take care of y'all, you worse than an infidel, man. Let's see what the Messiah did with the house of Israel when he brought them up out of Egypt. Let's go to Exodus chapter 16. Because we go in Amos 3, man, he tell you, Israel, you're the only family of the earth I ever known.
Only family.
So you're the only family I ever known, and we are his heritage. He gonna take care of us.
That's right.
Exodus
16, 1 to 36.
Brother, you know, man, I'm just, man, you know, man, I'm just going through some things, man. Bro, you've been going through things for 30 damn years. Well, how long you gonna be going through some things?
What kind of preparations are you doing to make things better?
And what are they teaching you when you're going into these synagogues or whatever they call them, churches or whatever? Talking about people in the household of faith, man.
That's right.
I've been knowing you 15 years. You going through the same stuff the day I met you 15 years ago. And what have you done for anybody besides mooch? And then here's the thing. You know, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. When you gonna start giving, Negro? That's the language they use. Lord, this loves a cheerful gift. This the mooching joker now. They like to spend his money or her money on what they want,
That's
but
right.
they hit you up to pay your bill.
Mm.
They'll go do all what they want to do, but when it comes down to pay the bill, you got to go fund them and stuff.
So it's a good time they money.
Man, did you not know you had to pay the bill a long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
Exodus 16:1, what did it say?
And they took their journey from Elam.
Y'all hold for a minute. Oh, it's all. Oh, go ahead. She dropped it off.
Okay.
Sorry, family.
And they took their journey from Elam,
Mm-hmm.
and all the congregation of the children of Israel came into the wilderness of Sin.
Now, this is, he brought them out of Egypt. Only thing they had, they did the Passover. They ate unleavened bread on the 14th day with the lamb, with the bitter of herb. Then after that, they had 6 days, they had unleavened bread. All they had to eat when they left Egypt was unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm.
So you know these Negroes complaining and everything, all they had is some bread to eat. They still had something to eat, but they still complaining. But go ahead and read. We're going to get into it. You'll see what I'm talking about, but go ahead and read.
Which is between Elam and Sinai
Uh-huh.
on the 15th day of the second month after they departed out of the land of Egypt.
Yes, sir.
And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
There they go with their mouth, that monkey mouth.
And the children of Israel said unto them,
What did he say?
would to Yah we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots,
Mm-hmm.
and when we did eat bread to the full,
Mm-hmm.
for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger.
That's why I say, man, it ain't never changed. Only thing y'all worry about coming out of Egypt was something they're gonna fresh pot and the bread to the full. Somebody they gonna, man, we're gonna get home, we're gonna starve over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said Israel, hey man, we as a people in the congregation, hey man, we supposed to keep stuff stocked at all times, man.
That's right.
And then number 2, hey man, we shouldn't concentrate and put our whole focus on eating all the time.
That's right.
Like I said, a lot of people like to eat 7 to 8 meals a day. Why don't y'all cut it down to 3 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get through with that, drop it down to maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, we were talking about storing up food and stuff. And man, I wouldn't have looked in the stash. I'm like, man, some food missing out the stash, but it ain't been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's one thing about your stash. When you put food and stuff up for a hard time, but later on, I know there's an expiration date on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eat that, but before you eat it, go and put something in there.
That's right. Replenish. That's right.
That's just like putting money into the storehouse before you go and take something out. How about putting something in there, people?
That's right.
But go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 4.
Yes, sir.
Then said the Lord unto Moses,
What did he say?
behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you,
Mm-hmm.
and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day,
Mm-hmm.
that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Hey, he said, man, he complaining. I'm going to go and feed. He's like your child. Man, daddy, I'm hungry. So I'm going to go and feed you. But I'm going to tell you to go get a couple of spoons of rice, a couple pieces of chicken, and a dinner roll, and put you some green beans on there, a couple of spoons. And I'm going to see if he's going to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because most jokers go in there, I'm going to give me 3 pieces of chicken, I'm going to give me 5 pieces of bread. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He just said, I'm just going to see if they're going to do it or not. But go ahead and read.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
Now, he told me to go and prepare now, because when you come up on here tomorrow, ain't going to be nothing there. I want you to double up today.
That's right.
But go ahead.
And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
at even, then ye shall know that the Lord have brought you out from the land of Egypt.
Now, he said, man, if a man or any doesn't take provide for his own household, he works than the infidel.
Right.
And he not provide for the whole household of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They have to murmur and stuff. So he take care of his household. Like,
That's right.
so if we're gonna be the mindset of y'all, we gotta be the same. Hey, we have to be the same way, y'all. We have to have the same mindset.
That let you know you're in the faith, because he said that you're not in the faith if you die for your own
You denied the faith.
That's right.
That's right. But go ahead and read.
And in the morning, then you shall see the glory of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
for that he heareth your murmurs against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us?
He said, man, why you worried about, man? Who are we, man? You ain't murmuring against us. You murmuring against the Elohim.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And Moses said, this shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and in the morning bread to full.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord heareth your murmurs, which you murmur against him. And what are ye? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord.
He said, man, hey, don't think you murmuring against us.
That's right.
Now, like we tell folks, hey, man, our speech might come off all smooth and stuff like you want it. Like, that stroking smooth and sweet messages and everything. But hey, we just giving it to you right out the book.
That's right.
You ain't murmuring against us. You murmuring against the Most High. He said, man, I'm going to give you flesh in the evening. And I'm going to give you bread in the morning. But go ahead and read.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses spoke unto Aaron, say unto all the congregation of the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
come near before the Lord, for he have heard your murmurings.
So now they was already murmuring. We was down in Egypt. We had the flesh pot. We ate bread to the full. Did he not provide that to the people?
That's right.
He gave them. He take care of his own household, right?
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
And it came to pass as Aaron spoke unto the whole congregation of the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak unto them, saying, at evening ye shall eat flesh, and in the morning ye shall fill with bread.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall know that I am the Lord your Yah.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that at evening the quails came up and covered the camp. And in the morning the dew lay round about the host.
Mm-hmm.
And when the dew that lay was gone up, behold, upon the face of the wilderness, there lay a small round thing,
Mm-hmm.
as small as the hoar frost of the ground.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when the children of Israel saw it, they said one to another, it is manna, for they wist not what it was. And Moses said unto them, this is the bread which the Lord hath given you to eat.
I know that's a spiritual side too on that.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go ahead and read.
This is the thing which the Lord commanded. Gather of it every man according to his eating,
Mm-hmm.
and omer for every man according to the number of your persons.
Mm-hmm.
Take ye every man for them which are in his tent. And the children of Israel did so,
Mm-hmm.
and gathered some more, some less. And when they did meet it with an armor, he that gathered much had nothing over,
Mm-hmm.
and he that gathered little had not lacking.
Hey man, hey, like I said, he took care of his people.
That's right.
And he gave them instructions what they're gonna do. They didn't have a whole lot over, and then the one took in a little bit, they didn't lack anything. Everybody was good.
That's right.
Just like you supposed to give, like you told them, man, to get a Levite, give everybody according to what they supposed to have. He covered everything, right?
That's right.
So if he gonna have us to do it on this earth, he did the same thing from heaven, ain't he?
That's right.
So go ahead and read.
They gather every man according to his eating.
Right.
And Moses said, let no man leave of it till the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Notwithstanding, they hearkened not unto Moses.
They did what?
They hearkened not unto Moses.
But
some of them left of it until the morning.
uh-huh.
And it bred worms and stank. And Moses was wroth with them.
Uh-huh.
And when they gathered it every morning, every man according to his eating,
Mm-hmm.
and when the sun waxed hot, it melted.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that on the 6th day they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses.
Mm-hmm. Now, he told him, look here, prepare yourself going into this 7th day.
Mhm.
On the 6th day, I want you to gather twice as much. That's just like we going into this thing, what they call it's just a little tribulation. It may sustain us for a little while, but we still need to stock up stuff just to reserve us for a period of time.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
At least we'll have a little something until they come, and then until I crack their head, they crack out. You know,
That's
I don't
right.
know what's going to happen, but I know one thing, that we always supposed to prepare and have something reserved. We can read it all through the book.
That's right.
But go ahead and read. Where are we?
Verse 23.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today,
Yeah.
and see it that ye will see it, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to keep until the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And they laid it up till the morning, as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worms therein.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses said, eat that today, for today is a Sabbath unto the Lord. Today ye shall not find it in the field.
Mm-hmm.
6 days ye shall gather it, but on the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, and it is there shall be none.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none.
See, he already told them to prepare, man. Make preparations and stuff, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
But you always gonna have these ones. They always gonna go out there and do what they gonna do.
That's right.
Just like in the future, a lot of people gonna get out there, man. They're gonna try to run these stores like a lot. Man, I can't find anything, in the stores and stuff. It happened already.
It sure have.
What the folks said, man, they out of food. We can't buy no food and
That's
anything.
right.
So they had to go to the food desert to go get, some food.
That's right.
And they was about out of at the food desert.
That's right.
But go ahead and read.
27.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass that there went out some of the people on the 7th day for to gather, and they found none.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Moses, how long refuse ye to keep my commandments in my law?
He said, man, that's enough right there. We'll move a little further. He said, man, how long y'all gonna refuse to keep my commandments in my law?
That's right.
Because he keep telling you, man, you got to keep the stuff up. You got to store some stuff up. They always had storehouses set up.
Mhm.
They always had something reserved to take care of the people. Always. I'm talking about the ones who were doing some work. See, y'all don't catch that. We talking about folks who dedicate doing some work or whatever. Hey, man, we talking about people in the assembly doing some work.
That's right. That's right.
Now, if I give your household what y'all need, if y'all want to go out there and give it to somebody else, that's on y'all.
That's right.
Proverbs 22 and verse 3, one verse. Proverbs 22 and verse 3, what does it say?
A prudent man foreseeth the evil.
Hey, a smart man gonna see what's down the pipe because y'all always watching and looking on
That's
guard
right.
and everything. But what?
And hideth himself.
Mm-hmm.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
Man, look. A prudent man always seeing what's going on.
That's right.
He gonna take himself out the crazy, man. Ain't going, I'm gonna go in the stock up right here. Because them jokers down at that store, they,
Yeah.
because that's man, he ain't got no money. He waiting on somebody to come up out that store.
That's
He might
right.
want to jack you for them groceries.
That's right.
I don't know where you guys live, but I know here in Memphis, these niggas crazy as in the summer gun. They don't give a damn if it's morning, noon, or night. They don't care.
That's right.
Broad daylight, it'll be a whole bunch
That's
of folks in
right.
the parking lot. They getting it in.
That's right.
And I'm quite sure it's the same way where you guys are. They'll just go about and just pass them, man. I ain't studying that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read. Well, let's go to the next spot. That was just a one hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 6. Flip back to Proverbs 6. Y'all read some of these proverbs. Y'all be surprised what's up in here. Proverbs 6:6-11. What does it say?
Go to the ant,
Mm-hmm.
thou sluggard.
Y'all what?
Sluggard.
Yeah.
Consider her ways and be wise,
Yeah.
which having no guide, overseer, or ruler.
So he said, consider the ant. The ant ain't got to have somebody over them to tell what they need to do.
That's right.
They already doing.
That's
So
right.
go ahead and read.
Provided her meat in the summer
Yeah.
and gather her food in the harvest.
Yes, sir. You got to have provided, and then you got your stuff for the storage.
That's right.
Because the ant always working, storing,
Yeah.
working, storing. We got some food for the day. We storing this up. Yeah, you're working every day. Don't the ant do all day long?
Sure do.
Go watch the ant. They have look back and forth all day
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
So my thing is this: why are you working so much, but you ain't storing anything up?
Mhm.
Why take all your money not to go buy this material stuff, that tangible, little stuff, and you need to store up something for you, food for you,
That's right.
store up some medication
That's
down the
right.
road you might need it. If you, I don't need that. Somebody in your sibling might need it. They might make a phone call. Hey, I don't have some aspirin because you buy aspirin all day long. That'll help you out.
That's right. That's right.
Anybody has some cough syrup or some honey, or y'all know how to make certain cough syrups and everything? Well, out of the natural stuff that we supposed to be growing anyway.
Mm.
I just want to throw that out there. That same thing go for me myself.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I'm included too.
That's right.
Where are we?
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
Mm-hmm.
When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Yet a little sleep, a little slumber,
Mm-hmm.
a little folding of the hands to sleep.
Yeah.
So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth,
Mm-hmm.
and thy want as an armed man.
Hey man, that's just like these lazy, foot dragging people out here. They ain't trying to do no work. They always waiting on you to get paid and everything, want to hit you up.
Mm-hmm.
Or just like the armed man, he desperate as hell, he ain't gonna work or she ain't gonna work. They'll try to set you up and rob you and
That's right.
take what you have. That's a lot of stuff that goes on in a lot of these little assemblies and stuff, man. You got everybody working, putting in hey man, this right here, sowing the seed. See, when you sow a seed into a ministry,
That's
you
right.
storing up some stuff.
That's right. That's right.
So we storing up some stuff. Hey man, when hard times hit, we got something.
That's right.
Hard times should hit you every month after month after month after month after month. Consider the ant always working, doing stuff for the heart, doing stuff all the time. That's what they said, man. Look at the ant. Ant ain't sitting around, laying around, making excuses. We read that earlier in Proverbs.
That's right.
I got to kick my game up.
Yes, me too.
Go ahead and read. Where
Verse 11.
Go ahead.
So shall the poverty come as one that traveleth,
Mhm.
and thy want as an armed man.
He said, man, you're going to be wanted as an armed man. Drop it off.
That's right.
I'm desperate. I don't care what I got to do to take it. I want it.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 20. Flip on over to Proverbs 20. If you're in the assembly, hey, some of y'all might be in some of these assemblies, say, hey, go to y'all elders and stuff, say, hey, what are we doing for the assembly, for the congregation? What do you mean? What you mean, what do we mean? Over this book and go through this book and show how they was putting their stuff together. What we putting money in this assembly for?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We got shelter. We got a big old building. So right now, COVID-19 going on is empty. What are we using it for?
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 24, verse, Proverbs 20.
Yeah, 20.
Proverbs 20. Mark this out. And verse 4, what did it say?
All right. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
Yeah.
Therefore shall he beg in the harvest and have nothing.
Yeah, because a sluggard is too cold.
That's right.
I ain't going to there. It's
Yeah,
just
an
cold
excuse.
out there. Always an excuse. See, you don't want this person over the household.
That's
You don't want
right.
them over the affairs. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's right.
This person's not faithful.
There you go.
Well, man, this is my
Not
job,
why.
man. I'm just gonna sit here and just enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore he beg and harvest and have nothing.
Mm.
Because you got a lot of beggars out there
Yeah.
who make excuse not to go to work. I don't want to work for the heathen. Heathen. But you got heathen money coming from me to your pocket. That's a heathen right here.
That's right.
But you want it though. You don't want to work for the heathen, but I don't mind having the heathen money in my pocket. I don't get some of you brothers or sisters. I really don't.
Mm.
Where are we, brother?
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water,
Yes, sir.
but a man of understanding will draw it out.
Sure will.
That's
Well,
right.
get all of that getting. You better get some understanding. That's right. Go ahead.
Most men will proclaim everyone his own goodness,
Mm-hmm.
but a faithful man who can find.
Hey, man, how many faithful people you can find to take care of the business?
Mm.
People get mad, want to stop doing the work.
Yeah.
Folks don't hang on long. You know, they heard some other doctor, disagree. They going on about their business.
Mhm.
The husband told the spouse, hey, y'all don't you serve that God anymore. They gone. Or the husband can't serve the Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He gone.
Mhm.
Cares of this world, they gone. They be in there for a hot second. Man, how many faithful people you can find? Out of all these big old assembly, how many people are really faithful, man? They're going to do the right thing. That's what the faithful thing is about.
Boy.
Let's move a little further, brother. We almost done. Let's go to Proverbs 24. Flip on over to 24. We're going to pick it up at verse 30.
All right.
24 and 30. What did it say?
I went by the field of the slothful,
Yeah.
and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding.
Man, I went by a field of the slaughter too.
And lo, it was all grown over with thorns,
Yeah.
and nettles had covered the face of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the stone wall there was broken
So
down.
it was. I told my brothers, man, I passed by a place, man. I said, man, you know the place was open or closed.
Mm.
Go by some of these people's houses. Grass ain't cut.
Mm-hmm.
Hedges all out like my hedge, but I got two places I'm trying to go juggle. I got an excuse. But my grass cut. And my brothers tell you, I ain't gonna say I go hard in the paint. I'm just doing the work of the Most High. That's for strength to do it. I'm gonna put it that way.
That's right.
I ain't doing no more than the next brother doing. I'm just keeping it 100.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it was all overgrown with thorns, and nettles were covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. So that's a slothful joke.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and read.
Verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Then I saw and considered it well. I looked upon it and received instruction.
Mm-hmm.
Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
Yeah, that's why when you go over there, man, you go over there sleeping, man, let's slumber. Foot drag, not faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna do right.
Mm.
Get paid, but ain't gonna do right. But go ahead.
Verse 34.
Yeah.
So shall thy property come as one that travel,
Mm-hmm.
travail,
Mm-hmm.
and thou won't as an armed man.
Said that again, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Read that twice.
Yes, sir.
Slug your jokers. I always want something, but don't want to work for it.
Don't want to work for it. You rather try to take it.
So you got a slug of joker, man, don't want to work for anything. How you gonna prepare for your household? How you gonna store up some things that's gonna help them, not only help them out, but help out your brothers and sisters?
Mm.
How a slugger person gonna do that, man?
That's right.
How you gonna have somebody who can't even manage their own household be over an assembly or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Somebody can't even rule their own house, but they want to run, they're gonna be over assembly. How that work? You can read that over in Timothy. Man can't rule his own household, can't be it.
That's right.
How you gonna take care of the household of Yah? Where are we, brother?
We are in Proverbs 21,
Proverbs 21,
verse 20.
verse 20. We got 3 more after this. 21 and 20. What does it say?
There is treasure to be desired in oil and the dwelling of the wise,
Yeah.
but a foolish man spendeth it up.
Hey, he said, man, there's treasures in the house of a wise person. They always stocking stuff up and everything.
Mhm.
But a foolish joker would go and eat it up, spend it up,
Mhm.
everything. Let a foolish joker be of your assembly. Joker go in there, man, go in the count. Man, you know you done sold about 10 to 12,000. Now you go in there, they got 1,500 in now. But where the money go? Oh, we had a feast. When?
I know that's right.
Foolish joker spin it up.
Mhm.
We got to be wise, people.
Gotta
We
be.
got to be wise.
Got to.
Both. All the household. We got to teach our children. I know I got
That's
to do
right.
a better job, man. I got to
Right.
kick my game up. I got to. Luke 12. Let's go to Luke chapter 12. And we're going to read verses 13 through 24. Let's look at this stingy joke. Because this thing is not all about us.
That's right.
So you come to me tomorrow, I can't do so, you know, man. I said, why not? It might get a little loud with you. Luke 12, 13, what did it say?
And one of the company said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
Master, speak to my brother that he divide the inheritance with me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you?
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto them, Take heed and beware the covenants, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesses.
That's right.
And he spoke a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do? Because I have no room where to be stored my fruits.
Yeah, so he got all this stuff,
That's right.
but he want to know what to do with it. Now, one time it came to his mind, hey, man, let me go take care of some of the people.
Mhm.
Now, one time,
Mhm.
you got people like that. Man, I get all my money, or I get all this stuff here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put it up, and you know, I'm just going to save it for later on down the road. Now, one time, you thought about your brothers and sisters.
You got an overflow.
You got to overflow. I'm talking about saving them down the road. I ain't talking about these mooching Negro.
Mhm.
Every time you look up, they get a whiff of you got something. Then they go, hey, brother.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm going to go on another ministry and find a job with some jobs. That's what I'm going to do. You call me, hey, man, such hire.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't give you this heathen money I went to work for. You go get your job, though. I know a few jokers. I know a few guys with lawn services, construction. You go sit up there. If you can't walk around, you go to Sam. I can hook you up.
Mm.
Because the slothfulness and all this stuff got to cease. And stop taking advantage. Or
That's
try
right.
and stop being like the foolish want to eat everything at the storehouse. But go ahead and read.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, This will I do. I will pour down my barns and build greater.
Mm-hmm.
And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to my soul, Soul, that has much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry.
So he just say, he got him almost like, look, I got my little retirement thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it easy. You know how we say it. I said it. You know, I'm gonna just chill out for a little bit, but I know I'm gonna get back to doing back on my grind.
Right.
But he got all his stuff set up. Ain't thinking about nobody else. You right, TJ. Mucha light. Oh, mucha light, Negro. But go ahead and read, man.
Verse 20.
Go ahead.
But y'all said unto him,
Well, y'all said to him,
Thou fool,
that what?
thou fool,
He called him a fool. Go ahead.
this night thy soul shall require thee.
Yeah.
Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Man, you trying to put up all this stuff, man. So where this stuff gonna go after you leave?
That's right.
I hear folks talking about, man, what they got and all this stuff. Man, you pump all that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when you most I take the breath out of your next 10 seconds, where this stuff gonna go?
I'm telling you, who is going to be belonging to thee?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody who wanna abuse it and you know, I hope they got sense enough to give it away. But anyway, go ahead and read.
Verse 21.
Yeah.
So is he that layeth up treasure for himself
Mm-hmm.
and is not rich toward Yah.
What you mean not rich towards y'all? You not taking care of the people.
That's right.
You ain't taking care of his business.
That's right.
Besides in the people business.
That's
And
right.
taking care of his saints. Did
Yeah.
he not set faithful brood over that what Nehemiah did,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
He take care of the folks. He even showed you in the wilderness when they came out of Egypt. He still was taking care of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the business that the Messiah in.
That's right.
If you want to be Christ-like or Yeshua-like, that's the business he's in. But go ahead and read.
Verse 22.
Yes, sir.
And he said unto his disciples,
What did he say, man?
Therefore I say unto you,
Mm-hmm.
take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, neither for the body, what you shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body is more than raiment.
Yes, it is.
Consider the ravens,
Mm-hmm.
for they neither sow nor reap,
Mm-hmm.
which neither have storehouses nor barns,
Mm-hmm.
and Yah feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowl?
He said, man, why you worried about all this stuff? They don't have no storehouses like the Israelites, but you still feed.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that Muchalite? See, a Muchalite might get a hold of this video. But he's still going to take care of you.
That's right.
Psalms 37, got one more after this. So stop being selfish and stop not want to help somebody out.
That's right.
See, I know a lot of folks into the deed, you know, do deeds and all this stuff, man. All praise to the Most High for that. But my deed starts at the household of faith first.
That's right.
I keep it 100.
That's where we're supposed to start, at home.
I don't mind helping somebody else out in the streets, whatever. Because I know our people have a hard time. Man, look. I don't know where all these heathens, these Gentiles, coming from, man. But every time it's time for them to get the begging on, they always in the hood. Why they don't go into the so-called Gentile community and beg?
Mm-hmm. They know we got a passion to give.
Man, it's in us.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, I ain't gonna say all of us, because there's some stingy Negroes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they already know, man, we have sympathy for all the other nations, but not for our own people.
Yeah. They study us.
They got us down pat.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a problem to come to take care of our own people. Proverbs 37:25, what it say?
I have been young
Yeah.
and now I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken,
Mm-hmm.
nor his seed begging bread.
Nor his seed begging bread. He said, man, I've been young and now I'm old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken. The righteous not going to be forsaken people. If they got overseers and guides for the people and
That's right.
being obedient with the funds and setting everything up for them
That's right.
and showing you what you need to do. How can you be forsaken for bread, eat bread, man, when you got a storehouse in your own home with food and everything?
That's right. That's right.
He tell you what to do.
That's right.
But some of us get so foolish, we want to eat up all your food. You sit around the house all day, you just eating everything up.
It ain't funny. It's
I'm
true.
bored. I'm gonna go every time you hear the refrigerator, ee, and boom,
Yeah. Yeah.
all day long, every day.
Mhm.
Now you want to see them big and bread, but they will take care of them.
That's
Like
right.
you took care of them when they came out of the wilderness. Last place, Romans 12. Told y'all we're gonna be a long lesson.
Mhm.
Romans chapter 12. We're gonna drop you off with this right here. Just a little. This is just one of the little lesson, people, to remind us we got to refocus and keep our
That's
mind
right.
focused on what we're supposed
That's
to be doing.
Stay focused. Stay faithful.
And getting these proverbs,
Mhm.
because these proverbs are going to show you, man, if somebody real or not. Because you got some folks going to take advantage of it. They ain't nothing but the damn devil. If you ask me. Because he come to steal, kill, and destroy.
That's right.
Don't want to work. You gonna rather steal somebody. You ready to go get somebody else's wages, but you don't want to work. You want to eat up everybody's food, but you're lazy as hell. You ain't put nothing in it. You know, I'm gonna ease into this assembly and see what I can get out of there. If I can't get anything out of them, I'm gone. We've seen all of them.
Mm.
Y'all hear me? Brother T, this brother here, y'all know him. Y'all, like I tell people, I might not say much, man, but I been keeping an eye. I ain't sending folks in, it's just people who come and go or whatever.
Mhm.
I get my eye on.
We watching as well as praying.
That's right. We supposed to be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody else entertaining themselves and stuff, I be watching. Because that's my job.
That's right.
Romans 12, we'll read 2 verses, 1 and 2. What it say?
I beseech you, therefore, brethren,
Mm-hmm.
by the mercies of Yah, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yah, which is your reasonable service.
That's right.
And be not
Yeah, go ahead and read, brother.
and be not conformed to this world,
Yeah.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
He said, man, don't be conformed to this world, because the world can get less of a rat's rear end about taking care of one another. You might have a few people out there that actually doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a few people actually doing it, but not a whole lot of people. And he said, be ye transferred by the renewing of your mind. We got to get out of this. Me, myself, and I, this for my family, they can get their own stuff. We got to get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can fall on anybody.
That's true.
That's why my mind said, hey, you know, if a brother or sister needs something, hey, man, what do y'all need over there?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get to the store? Hey, and then somebody do something for you. When you up, help somebody else out.
That's right.
Return the favor. Don't be the one receiving stuff all the time.
That's right.
When you get your come up, help somebody else out. Go ahead and read, bro.
That I'm gonna take that back from the top.
Yes, sir.
Verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind,
Yeah.
that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of Yah.
That's right, because it is one of his perfect will of Yah that we take care of one another.
That's right.
Loving one another. Charity.
That's right.
That's part of it. And keep in mind, brothers and sisters, saints, make preparation for hard times to come. Let's not be slugging like the ant. Me and I slug like the ant. Consider the ant and not be a slugger. Consider the ant. Always working. Always doing certain things. Putting it up. Saving. They take care of each other. Back and forth. That's the lesson. Hope somebody got some understanding. All right, what we got on this feed? We got a couple of announcements. Yeah, we got a couple of announcements.
Oh, okay.
Let me pull it up. Tomorrow, let me see, can I pull it up, family? Got a couple of announcements in here. Let me see. Y'all hold tight. We got the National Day of Prayer tomorrow. I'm going to share the flyer.
Okay.
So they'll have the number to call tomorrow. Y'all bear with this old computer. Come on now. Okay, let me see. Can I blow this up? Get down here. I'm gonna share this. Let me share this with the people. All right. Let's see. Can I scroll this thing up? There's the number. This Gird Up Nation International Men's Prayer is every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That'll be 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Phone number is 518-425-1876. Just call the number, introduce yourself, and once you do that, put it on mute and just listen in. Hey, they do take prayer requests and everything. After prayer requests, they do they just chop it up, have a fellowship on that. Man, a lot of those fellowships, man, be off the chain. Hosted by our beloved brother Yehukanan Yasharallah, beloved brother that connects all the Hebrew. That's the brother that called him the Connect. I call him Connect. We got so many different names, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the announcements. Let me start sharing the screen. Keep in mind that Thursday is sundown is Feast of Trumpets. We're going to have Feast of Trumpets sundown Thursday until Friday sundown. Then we have the Atonement. Let me get my notes. We'll keep posting. Atonements will be, excuse me from not being prepared, but it just popped up in my mind here. All right. Atonement, sundown on the 26th, September 26th, sundown, atonement, until the 27th is sundown. Brother TJ and Brother Terrence will be doing atonement. Myself and Brother Charles will be conducting the class memorial, blowing the trumpets. So with that being said, you got anything?
We got tomorrow, Corey Yehuda and Arms Day, then that for tomorrow they got them, and they're gonna do it at the park.
Oh yeah, the Arms Deed that Brother Corey and them gonna be doing at the park tomorrow. I think they sent out a text to all the brothers and sisters that gonna be participating in that. TJ said question and answer. What you got on question and answer, Brother TJ? You want to do a question and answer session after the class? Post it in the room if you want to do that. That way we can create another platform after the class. And that way we can invite you and whoever else want to be in on the Q&A. So with that being said, I'm going to shout some of y'all out. Just seeing if anybody wants to do one. Okay, if anyone wants to do a Q&A, get with Brother TJ. He can put his email in the chat. He'll post his email in the chat. Y'all hit him up, and that way y'all can create another room, and that way you can get in there and chop it up.
I'm gonna hit you with one, TJ.
Like to say shalom, shalom, Sister Linda Salisbury, our brother 6 under the Nazarene 7, Brother TJ, Shakia Davis, shalom, shalom, Brother Corey Yehuda, Sister Elaine, Miss Bates, Song 777, Shalom, all praise to the Most High Sister. We got Sister Linda Ricks in the building, shalom, shalom. Beloved Sister Tanez A. McCray Davis, shalom. My rib in the building, posting those scripts up, hallelujah. We have, who else we have in here? We have, let me see, we got in here. We got Michael Ben Israel, a beloved brother down in Tupelo, Mississippi, holding that thing down.
Right.
That's right. So I say Song 777 in the building. Brother Melchizedek, our blood brother Terrence T. Boogie, the Terror Israel. Scrolling on down. Corey, it's Corey. Cortez, the chosen one, our beloved brother down in Tupelo, Mississippi. Also, our beloved brother Willie Warren down in Tupelo. Them brothers be getting that work in down there. Hallelujah. Sister Tia Yehuda in the building. Shalom, sister. And who else we have in here? Michael Parker in the building. Shalom, our faithful brother. Always on. Good to see you. Let me see. Charles Yah Israel, our beloved brother.
Charlie.
Old Charlie. You can hit Charles up too. Charles Yah. He's going to get his little chop up session. Chop it up with Charlie. You got Sector the Nazarene 7 at gmail.com for those who want to do a Q&A after class. Just hit them up. And Mike Parker also. Shalom. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out. Let's close out. We'll close out with Matthew 6. That's what you call that?
We ain't even do the
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Matthew.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and close out, family.
Okay. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yah and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Yah shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
That's right.
All right. Our Father, which art in heaven,
Down in heaven.
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done
Thy will be done.
in earth
In earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
And give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our debt
And forgive us our debt
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debt.
And lead us not into temptation,
Lead us not into
but
temptation.
deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is his kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
forever.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
That's right.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom, family.
Hey, also, we're going to be posting, we will have tabernacles. We'll get with Brother Terrence. We will be sending out via Facebook. And I think we're going to create something on YouTube. So be looking out for that. The time, dates for tabernacles. With that being said, shalom.